Have you noticed that self-improvement, or really anything that is about, making your life better, improving in some way, shape, or form, it usually tends to breed a lot of insecurity. And you can take a look around if you don't believe me, but just look at examples of gym, anyone that's really into the gym, usually religion, spirituality, self-improvement, those people that are really into finances or making a lot of money. Any of those examples that I just mentioned, typically people who over obsess with it, they tend to breed a lot of insecurity within themselves. And, this isn't necessarily to hate on anyone from that or to really just, shame them. If that's, something that maybe you do or something that you practice a lot. But it's simply just to bring light to that, because I feel that a lot of times nowadays we do a lot of things from an insecurity or a incompleteness, right? A lack. And then we try to fill that with superficial things like the gym and starting to get bigger, look better. The looks maxers, just look at an example. We want to look better so that way we can impress others and, feel the love that we don't have for ourselves. And this is totally fine. Like all this that I just mentioned, there's nothing inherently wrong with wanting to improve yourself and get better every single day. The problem mainly comes when you do it from a sense of incompleteness and a lack and scarcity. And I've also been someone that has struggled with this a lot. I'd always wanted to look better or start working out or gain muscle, learn on self-improvement, make more money, all because I didn't feel complete in who I was. And the world tells you that you are not worthy if you're not doing this. You are not worthy if you're not like this. You're not worthy if you don't look like this. You're not worthy if you don't drive this car. And that is not true. I want to tell you that you are perfectly the way that you need to be right now. Let the pieces fall where they may be. If you look a certain way, okay, perfect. That's exactly how you were supposed to look right now. If you are in a certain financial situation, that's the exact position you were supposed to be in right now, right? I want you to realize that you are whole and complete just the way you are. It's the mind that assigns you all these problems and all these scenarios that aren't even true. So a lot of it tends to be just perspective. For example, if you have a problem with your health because of choices you make, that's a little bit different. But most of the time, there really isn't anything inherently wrong with the stuff that you do. And this concept that I'm talking about is probably so alien to you because you're so used to hearing nowadays where people are just beating you down. No, you're not perfect. You're unworthy. You're not worth anything. You are lame. You're broke. You are not tall enough. You're not good enough. You know what I mean? The list can go on and on, but basically you're always getting shamed and thrown into guilt. And that is not true. I am here to tell you that you are perfect the way that you are whole just the way you are. Your mind will tell you that you have all these problems. That is not true, right? Just be present, be here in the moment, realize that you only have here and now, and just literally be aware of yourself. Insecurities aside, just practice being present, because when you are present, you realize that this is true. It's always going to be right now. And I know it sounds a little concept like, okay, well, I know that. Cool. What does that have to do? How is that going to fix all these problems? Or, how is this going to take away my insecurity? Is you already complete? Most of the problems that you have stem from the mind creating all these problems. So when you are present, you're basically reconnecting with yourself and your being. Typically, people will say love yourself, but that implies that there's two of you. So just be love and be here and be present. A little bit more deep into that in further videos, but just start being present. And an easy way is just to practice mindfulness. So just literally right now, quick, easy exercise. If you want to practice mindfulness, is just ask yourself, I wonder what I'm going to think about next. When you ask that, your mind gets confused and you have a little bit of silence. Practice just holding on to that feeling and playing around with it. But basically just always be in the now. Focus on what you're doing. Be hyper-focused on what you are doing right now. And if you start wandering into the future, what am I thinking about later, or the past, just bring your attention back to the now. And this is beautiful because since you're now present, you realize your wholeness. Maybe there's certain things you do want to improve. Let's say you want to get fit. Let's say you want to work out. Let's say that you want to start to look better. This is now coming from a place of love, joy, peace, abundance. You know what I mean? So when you actually do the actions that you would typically do on self-improvement, on your spiritual journeys, when you do go and want to purchase that car, it comes from a different place. You can have the exact same action, but it's completely different. And this is beautiful because now every single thing that you do is awesome. Suck, you're fully present. It does suck, but you at least are enjoying it. Like, you are there. And when you're fully present and you're doing all this stuff, life just becomes super enjoyable. It moves by a lot slower in a good way. Like, you know, time doesn't just fly by and run by and you're like, oh shit, where'd my life go? No, you're actually present, so you get to enjoy it. You actually end up getting the results that you do want, because when you're actually doing it, you don't have to do anything. You are doing it. It sounds kind of dumb, right? Like, you don't have to do it. Let me give you an example. When you go to the gym, most people go to the gym because they want to look good, right? A jack, 10% body fat, abs, you want the girls to see? Cool, right? Now you are going to the gym because you feel like you have to go to the gym instead of going to the gym. Now actually working out becomes the experience. You enjoy every single aspect of it because you're present in the moment. So you don't have time to worry. You can't worry about something if you're only focused on now. The only way you'll worry about it is if you're actually in danger at that given time. Look at most of the people that we look up to when it comes to self-improvement, spirituality, or just people in charge, right? Usually we measure nowadays their success on, oh, does he have a Ferrari? How much does he make? How tall is she? And this also applies for you girls, like, same concept. Oh, she's prettier than me. You know, it's the same concept. It applies to either one. It's not gender specific, and I want to make that clear. Look at it. They make everything into some kind of competition where, oh my God, I only read 40 books this year. I was trying to get to 50. Oh my God, I'm not at this percent body fat. I feel so insecure. No, I don't have a jawline. My face is round. Things like that, which even I used to struggle with a lot. Now I don't really care because I've been more present. It all reeks of insecurity because you are so not present. You're not present. Your mind is everywhere and you believe that you are the mind. So it causes all these problems. Just remember that everything starts off internally and then it flows externally. So most people that you see, they're so obsessed with the material world that they reek of insecurity. And that's, you know, I'm not here to judge them or anything. I'm just here to give you a different viewpoint or a different perspective, and an easier way to live life. That way you can actually enjoy every single aspect and everything will be coming from a greater place and the actions will be so much better because now you don't have to do anything. You get to do everything. You are doing it because you love it. And when you're actually doing things because you want to, it no longer becomes a struggle to do those things. Also, don't have this goal in mind where you're like, I have to get here, right? When I go work out, I have to get this certain physique. When I go talk to this person, I have to get this result. When I work, I have to make this amount of money. You know what I mean? Now it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it absolutely to my best. I'm going to do my absolute best because I want to do it because I am here. And now this is all I want to do. And then you get the fruits later on, but you no longer have that pressure that doesn't exist. See what I mean? How the mind creates these problems? There is no pressure. You just put pressure on yourself. Just use your own judgment. And remember, I'm just a random guy. So take whatever resonates with you and then leave whatever doesn't resonate with you. Peace.